Gemini, this November is an excellent month for you to make some changes to your day-to-day routines and really shake things up so you can live your best life and live more in your potential. Really looking at the astrology, there's a lot of focus on your health, your wellness, the routines and habits that you engage in on a day-to-day level. So if there are some changes that you have been needing to make, November is a powerful month to do so. There is also a bit of focus on relationships and partnerships, particularly as we get further on into November. If you're looking forward to this month's reading, then definitely be sure to hit like, subscribe, and the bell notification so you can always stay up to date with what's in the cards for you. For those of you who are brand new, my name is Michael, and I utilize tarot and tropical astrology to intuit monthly forecasts for your zodiac sign. And I actually do have a little favor to ask before we dive into today's reading. As many of you have noticed, I am now going by a different name. I'm now using Serafino Esoterica across all of my social media. Part of the inspiration for this new name is that I'm really excited to branch out and kind of broaden more than just tarot and astrology videos. I love doing these readings for all of you. It's really such a gift. And I also really want to talk about some other things. So if you have any questions or topics that you would like me to cover, definitely feel free to leave me a comment or send me a message, especially on Instagram. That's probably one of the best ways to get a hold of me. You can actually find all of my links for my social media accounts and my website in the description of this video. I will never reach out to you to solicit my services. Anyone who does this is just a fake account, so you can report and block them. And I just really appreciate all the support that you've given this channel and to me over these years. It really is a gift to do this work, and I'm so excited to continue putting out information and readings for all of you. Before we get into the tarot cards, I did actually pull a couple of animal oracles for you. And the two I got were the Nightingale and the Phoenix. And this was really interesting to me because when I saw the Nightingale, I feel like there is some sort of truth. It honestly feels internal, like there is some sort of truth that you are realizing about yourself, and maybe the way that you are living your life, maybe something that feels a little out of alignment or out of tune, because I really think of music and sound with the Nightingale. And I feel like some of you are tuning your life, you are tuning your frequency to be more like your higher self or your best version or whatever it is that you consider to be the larger version of you, the greater version of you, the aspirational version of you. Some of you, this could come in the form of music, this could come in the form of creativity as well, or some sort of message that someone is giving you, but I feel like there's just something that is shifting and it feels very subtle. It's just like a little ping. And where this gets interesting is I also have the Phoenix as well, which is very fiery, very dynamic, maybe even a little dramatic of a transformation. But what this really feels like to me is part of this truth, Gemini, is maybe realizing things have been out of alignment, out of sync for too long, and you are now very committed to making change, and it spreads like wildfire. So again, any sort of changes that you are making to your life in the month of November, it really feels like it's going to spread. It's going to have a lot of momentum behind it. Some of you need to be working with your throat chakra as well as your root chakra, just thinking of the Nightingale as this form of expression. But it's really expression from the heart, so there might be a connection there as well. And really looking at the Phoenix, this is about making changes to your day-to-day life and really transforming things. And as I'm shuffling the tarot for you, I do just want to give my quick friendly reminder that these are general readings, meaning not all of the messages are meant for all of you. It's up to your own intuition and discernment to figure out what applies to you and what should be left behind. Maybe there are messages or energies that are reversed, so another person's energy could be your own and vice versa. And also, if this doesn't resonate, nothing went wrong. It's probably just not the video for you right now, but you're more than welcome to check out the other zodiac videos on my channel, maybe for your moon or rising sign especially. There may be some messages there for you this month. So what are the messages we have for Gemini? We're actually already starting off, interesting, with the Queen of Cups. And it's funny because when I said the energies might be reversed, that's actually when I got the Queen of Cups here. And so Why this fascinates me so much is that the Queen of Cups is a very reflective, very intuitive, empathic energy. This is someone who's kind of like the high priestess in a way. And the Queen of Cups is someone who can easily get lost in emotions or be easily projected onto. It feels like you've been in a very reflective state. You've been very intuitive, very connected to your spirit, and your sensitivity has been very high. I do also have the Two of Cups coming in here as well. Some of you are coming into a relationship with someone, or maybe even a relationship with yourself, but this does actually feel like another person's energy. For many of you, there could even be like love or romance, something that has grown from the past, and it feels very emotionally mature. I feel like you have a psychic connection with someone or multiple people. You're just on the same wavelength. But there could also be some sort of confusion that's coming up for you because you might be thinking or feeling things that may feel out of character or unexpected, and it might even be this kind of empathic experience because I feel that there is a very strong psychic or spiritual connection, or that's just a very open channel for you right now. Let's see a little more. Show us clearly, please. You've been learning a lot about who to trust, who you can be more open with, who you can be more authentic with. And that's something that's been really important for you as well. Because the Queen of Cups isn't someone who can just be in a relationship with anybody. Because she's so sensitive, because she's so caring, this is a figure or a character who could really lose themselves easily in relationship to others. And is also very sensitive to energy, very sensitive to the environment. And so you've learned that you need to be selective with who you share your energy with, and also how you take care of yourself, because health and routines are really, really important for you this month. And I actually did just pull the Knight of Pentacles. And so it feels like you're creating new systems, new structures, new habits in your life. You're kind of just, I feel like you're practicing self-love by putting more boundaries in your relationships and also putting more structure in your life. Anything that is a form of self-love is self-nurturing for you this month. Some of you could be connecting with a Cancer energy or another water sign, Pisces or Scorpio. I could also see earth sign energy, Virgo especially, but also Capricorn and Taurus. I could even get like Leo cusp energy with these two as well, because we have the Queen of Cups, which is Cancer, the Knight of Pentacles, which is Virgo. So Leo, I could also feel here. A lot of you have also gotten better with being vulnerable, or that's something that you're learning still. And I'm really looking at this lion head, thinking of the Leo energy, and it's like, there's a tremendous amount of courage it takes to be vulnerable and open. And so you need to connect with people who are brave enough or willing to connect with you on a heart-to-heart level. And I feel like that is available to you. I have this feeling. And especially as we get into Sagittarius season, at the end of November, there is a lot of focus on relationships. But I actually feel like the first part of November, especially looking at this Knight of Pentacles, it really is about structuring your life. Particularly around November 13th, we have a new moon in the sign of Scorpio. In the sign of, yeah, it is in Scorpio, I'm sorry. And so for you, this really does indicate setting new routines. And this moon is actually joined together with Mars in Scorpio. And so again, there's a lot of willpower. There's a lot of energy here. I feel like this is a moon that's giving some energy to the collective after the past two eclipses that we had in October. We are still kind of reeling from that in November as well. But I feel like for you, it's just really important that you focus on tasks, on getting things done. And yeah, Nine of Swords in reverse. I feel like a lot of you are making certain routines for yourself to regulate your moods better, to help with anxiety. letting yourself experience more peace, be more centered during the day. I feel like some of you are starting a meditation practice either at night or in the morning. I feel like this could look like having a more routinized bedtime, and especially for people in the Northern Hemisphere, I always feel like when we get into this time of year, as things are really getting darker earlier, I really feel like it's important to maximize the daylight, to maximize the day. And so to wake up early, to go to bed at a reasonable time, to do so, I feel like these are really important things for you in the month of November, Gemini. And also just eating well, exercising, meditation, because everything that we do affects our nervous system, and especially everything that we eat, the exercise that we're giving ourselves. I feel like it's really important to get out of your head and into your body with the Nine of Swords in reverse. I really feel like some of you are actually going through a bit of a glow up this month as well, especially looking at this Phoenix, because you have your fire back. You're getting your fire back, and I feel like you've been in a really emotional place. It's been very watery and maybe even a bit depleted for you, and I feel like things are starting to move quicker. We have the Hermit in reverse. Some of you are coming out of your isolation, or that's something that you need to do. And it's interesting because it's like, I do feel like there have been energies that you've felt like you needed to protect yourself from, especially being so sensitive, but I feel like you're kind of coming out of hiding a little bit with the Hermit. It's important not to isolate yourself entirely and to connect with people who are like-minded spirits, or at least people who are more supportive. Seven of Wands. To be honest, you might even need to make a stand for yourself, where it might feel easy to just be quiet and try and escape a situation. I actually do feel like some of you will need to defend yourselves, or in a situation where you need to advocate for yourself. I think advocate is actually a better word here. This actually could be potentially like a workplace situation, because we do have, again, Mars in your astrological 6th house in Scorpio, which is a sign of your health, your routines, but also your work life as well. And it feels like maybe there's some aggression there, or something that you need to advocate for yourself, to speak up for. That feels significant to me as well. And that might be part of like why you're also getting this message of using your voice with the Nightingale, speaking your truth, speaking from your heart. Any other messages for Gemini? Anything else for Gemini? What else is going on? Just kind of looking down at the astrology here. We do actually have Pisces, or Saturn going direct in Pisces this month as well. So we have a lot of these outer planets moving forward after their backwards retrograde motion. And it feels like there are some engines that are kind of coming online. And for you specifically, this is actually involving work again, your role in the world at large, your public image. And maybe that's why it feels like you need to defend yourself, you need to speak up and like take things more seriously. I really do feel like you're very focused on success, you're very focused on self-development this month, and that's really looking at like career stuff. I do also see a relationship on the table for many of you, but I feel like you're very focused on making improvements in your own life. I did actually just get the Fool in reverse, kind of clarifying the Seven of Wands and the Hermit in reverse. And it's interesting because I feel like there's a great deal of balance here. The Fool in reverse kind of feels like don't rush into something right away. It's like act, but act wisely. Act with wisdom is what I am getting here. There could also just be very petty or foolish behavior around you as well. And you may need to advocate in these situations. Any other messages for Gemini? Any blessings for Gemini? Any blessings? Interesting. We do have the Five of Swords coming out here. And this is kind of like walking away from situations that aren't serving you. Five of Swords is a blessing. I feel like even if there's someone who tries to win something in your life, Gemini, it feels like they're not actually winning. Because it feels like they've pushed people away. And I feel like that might be energy with someone you are connecting with. Honestly, again, it feels kind of like a coworker. I could also see this being like a family member or someone who's like a peer to you, someone kind of close to your age or like on a similar level as you. And that kind of feels like a silver lining, I'm not going to lie. But I do also have the Ace of Wands. So I feel like you are finding passion. You're finding this spark again. It's bringing me back to the Phoenix, where this little spark, this little thing becomes a wildfire. And while that might represent a situation outside of you, maybe some conflict or something, I really do feel like this is a creative month for you. This is a month where you're really supporting your spirit, your inner light. And I feel like there's some passion in the air as well. And I think that can kind of be a double-edged sword. With all of this Mars energy, yes, there's a lot of drive. It can be a very productive energy, especially for you, Gemini. I feel like November is going to be a very productive month, but it can also stir up some aggravation, some agitation as well. So there is kind of this need to move through it. Don't just like shoot from the hip and speak totally off the cuff, but it's important that you speak from your heart in an aligned way. Any other messages? We have the Sun. Love to see this. Yeah, there's a lot of stuff that's just being revealed right now. There's a lot of clarity that's coming up this month. But overall, the Sun is extremely positive, Gemini, because it does feel like all areas of your life are going to be improving with the changes that you are making this month. So it really does just take small little things. It's like if you just improve your routines, your health, your wellness by 10%, it will return to you multifold. You'll see like 50% improvements in other areas of your life. I really, really feel that. So whatever it is that you need to do to take care of yourself, Gemini, your physical, emotional, spiritual health, wellness, anything is going to be very effective this month, especially if it's helping you regulate your anxiety or your mood. Are there any other messages for Gemini? I kind of want to pull a color healing card for you. Just because it feels like healing is a theme this month as well. And I usually read these straight from the booklet because they give a very specific exercise, but you're welcome to use this color or these colors in any way that feels aligned for you. So what is the most healing frequency for Gemini in the month of November? What is the healing color for Gemini for the month of November? Show us clearly, please. Ooh, okay, we have red. Free yourself from pain. And we also have cherry, living an extraordinary life. So a lot of red, a lot of root chakra stuff, again, coming up with these colors because red is associated with the first chakra, the root chakra. So it's a lot about getting on your feet, being stable, being grounded, and the phoenix also represents the root chakra as well. So that's all very interesting. Let's read these for you, shall we? So red. Oops. Red contains unlimited energy, vitality, and power, and draws money and prosperity into your life. It is a powerful agent for healing blood disorders, improving circulation, healing diseases, drying up sores or wounds, warming areas of your body, and reducing pain. And because red releases adrenaline to stimulate mental and physical energy, red can also relieve depression. Use a red sword of light to heal on all levels. Imagine you have a red sword of light. At the tip of the sword, there is a red star, which has incredible healing power. When the star touches anything that is sick or out of balance, it dissolves that sickness right out of your body. Visualize touching different parts of your body that need healing with the red sword. You can say, "Divine intelligence, move your healing light through my mind and body so I can return to a state of vibrant health." Yeah, I really do feel like a lot of you are just getting your health and wellness under control. You're taking control of your health. And when you do that, you take control of your life. It's actually a very powerful thing to do. It's a very powerful act of self-love. And this red color can help relieve both physical but also emotional pain as well, and really stimulate your energy. So I love to see this. And then we go into cherry, which is living an extraordinary life. Cherry raises your self-esteem and brings sweetness, happiness, and wisdom into your life. It can open your heart and allow you to listen to your heart's desires. A deep, full color, cherry encourages you to live your life to the max, acting as a magnet that attracts incredible people, opportunities, and abundance into your life. Eat some cherries and transform yourself from ordinary to extraordinary. And just pause really quickly, because I do feel like diet is an important thing for many of you. Maybe you do need to include more red foods to get some energy. Maybe cherries, but also like beets, pomegranates. Anything that's very rich in antioxidants, I think would be really good for you. Anyways, be extraordinary. To be alive is amazing. To live life to the max is extraordinary. Today, buy some cherries, taste their sweetness, and make a list of 10 extraordinary things you would like to do in the next year. Make a commitment to living an extraordinary life. After all, what is the worst thing that can happen if you give things a go? You can say that you might fail, but if you have not tried, then you have already failed. The truth is that if you follow your dreams, you can only succeed. When you take a chance, you learn, grow, and expand. Give yourself permission to explore and go on an incredible adventure. Today is the day to begin. You can say, "Divine intelligence, please give me the courage to become extraordinary and to make my dreams, goals, and desires a reality." And I really, really love that this is the color that's coming out, because it does feel like there is this reconnection with passion, with the Ace of Wands and the Sun. I really do feel like, again, this new moon that we have on the 13th is an excellent time to manifest, to do this exercise in particular, because it's kind of like a goal-setting exercise. And I feel like that's very effective with this new moon for you in Scorpio. And to really take that seriously, to really take action on some of these things as well. So really, really beautiful energy. I do hope that this was helpful for you, Gemini. Definitely be sure to hit like and subscribe, especially if you've made it this far into the video. You can find all of my links in the description of this video for personal readings and distance Reiki session if you're ready for a deep dive with me. You're also welcome to check out the other videos, again, maybe for your moon, rising, or other astrological placements. And I will see you all next time. Take care, Gemini. Have a happy and blessed November.